Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. Friday night is a huge night of Game 3 action in the NBA playoffs. A couple of tied series heading into pivotal Game 3s where the lower seeded team is now playing at home tonight. And I think there's a value in both of these games here tonight. So we'll start it off with the earlier matchup in the Eastern Conference between the Indiana Pacers heading into the District of Columbia to play the Washington Wizards. And in Game 3 here, the Wizards come in as a 3.5-point favorite with a total of 183 points. Now, definitely much more defense in Game 2 as we cashed the under with ease in that one as both teams fell under 90 points in that one. But now, I think with the total dropping back down to 183 points in this Game 3 contest, I think we could see a little bit of a shift back to how Game 1 was played. A little bit more offense and the total definitely being worth a shot on the over here tonight. Washington's offense, very, very good when playing at home, obviously, and I'm not sold that Indiana's defense is going to carry over from Game 2 to Game 3 now on the road. Even though the 5 meetings between these two teams this regular and postseason, 4 of them have gone under the total. The Game 2, as I said, we knew that would be a little bit more defensive. The Pacers would come out fired up after losing Game 1 at home again. But I think now heading out on the road, Washington's offense really only has to score about 95 to 96 points here for the over to look like it'd be a pretty solid bet. If they get up to 95 or 96, Pacers don't even have to break 90 points for the totals to go over. And I think both of these teams will break 90 points rather easily here tonight. I'm looking for a final score probably around 98 to 95, somewhere in that, but I think that they will easily cash the over, obviously, here. And for the Wizards, 5 of their 7 postseason games have gone over the total this season, so we're riding that trend just a little bit here. Go over 183 with your first NBA play tonight. Second one I have for you is the Oklahoma City Thunder heading into the Clippers, obviously, tonight for the Game 3 action of that one. The series tied 1-1. Clippers coming as a 3.5-point favorite, total of 214.5 now, after rising from 213.5 just a day ago, but the over looked golden for us in Game 2 of this series. A high-scoring first quarter, pretty high-scoring first half even, but the defense really stepped it up for both of these squads, especially the Thunder in the third and fourth quarters, which led to the under just barely squeaking by in Game 2, but should have probably cashed the over. But I think we have seen a little bit of a shift between these two, and even though, as I mentioned, their offenses were probably the best we've seen left in the playoffs, I think defense might rule the game here once again in Los Angeles. The Thunder played some of their best defense of the entire postseason in Game 2. If they can bring that along with them to Game 3 in Los Angeles, the Clippers are going to have a hard time scoring here. And now that the total's risen just a little bit, you can even see it at 215 in some instances. I think it's just going to be just a little bit too high, and the under could be the play once again. Serge Ibaka showed that he can tighten down his defense on Blake Griffin, played pretty solidly in Game 2 of that series, and Oklahoma City absolutely killed the Clippers on the glass in that game, which should not happen again. Should be a little bit more even contest. But even though that game was a runaway, which was a little bit surprising by the Thunder, the total still went under. And if we see a closer game here in Game 3 where both teams are within 1 to 2 possessions of one another for the entirety of the contest for the most part, maybe the exception of a few runs here or there, I think you're going to see the under as the best value play for this game. So add under 214.5 to your NBA picks, along with over 183 between the Pacers and the Wizards tonight. Best of luck to you on those two. I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of The Sharp Pick.